6 years ago, we started the volunteer initiative, the fall of 2007. So we're coming up on 6 years. And we decided in the second year or so that the best way to present the various volunteer opportunities to my office. See, I make it a job requirement for all the lawyers, that's about 65 lawyers, and all the managers, that's about 15 managers. So that's some 80 people. They have to volunteer anywhere from 26 to 12 hours a year. That's a job prerequisite. So in our second year, it might have been our third year, we started a volunteer fair asking organizations to come to a site in New Bedford and show us the opportunities that were available. It dawned on myself and Cecilia Porsche, who's the head of my community affairs division, that the best place to do this was the Dartmouth Mall, because we would get literally thousands of people going through the mall to see these various volunteer opportunities. So great for my office, great for the community to give them an opportunity to sign up. So that was the genesis of it. This is the third year that we've done it at the mall, I believe, and it keeps growing. Last year we were able to, we had about 25 organizations. This year, 33. Last year, of course, everybody in my office signs up, but we also had another 150 or so from the community. Cecilia tells me that she's expecting that we'll double that this year. So it's just very inspirational to me. I'm elated.
My name's Catherine Stillerman, and I work for City Hall of New Bedford, and I'm actually an AmeriCorps member from the New American Integration Program. So we're trying to recruit volunteers to help out at City Hall. City Hall has a bunch of different programs, and the program that I work with is teaching English classes to immigrants in the community. So we're hoping to get some volunteers who would like to tutor or help out in the classroom. We have a Volunteer New Bedford Facebook page, so they could just log on to Facebook and check out any opportunities that City Hall of New Bedford has. So that's Volunteer New Bedford on Facebook.
Basically, I'm here to try to get more volunteers for the Buzzards Bay Coalition. The Buzzards Bay Coalition was formed in 1987, so it's just over 25 years old. And it was formed to try to help clean up the bay and make the bay much better than it has been. We have been doing a lot of good work helping, trying to reduce the nitrogen in the bay, which is a major polluter. And we have various fundraising things. We have the Swim the Bay coming up 4 weeks from today, which is a swim across from Davies Locker to Fort Phoenix. We also have a watershed ride around the bay in October, and there are various other activities. The volunteers can work doing simple things like just stuffing envelopes at the headquarters, or helping out with education. We do a lot of education with school kids, and we need people to help out with that. We also have docents who are at the Buzzards Bay Center who when visitors come in, they work with the visitors to teach them about what's going on with the bay and so on.
We are the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. We service children 7 to 14 years old from the New Bedford all the way to Wareham area and anywhere in between. We match deserving children with caring adults, and from our mentors, we ask for them to do 4 hours a month. It's no more than that. It can be more if they like, but the minimum is 4 hours a month, and that's any way that they want to break it up. So if they want to do 1 day a month for 4 hours and the next month do every other week, that's completely up to them. So there's a lot of flexibility within the program. We're looking for volunteers. We really need volunteers. We have 100 plus kids on our waiting list waiting to get Big Brothers Big Sisters. A majority of them are males, so we're really looking for male mentors as well, but we are always encouraging females to volunteer their time. You have to be 17 years old and have a valid driver's license, and there's no age limit to volunteering. We start at 17, we go all the way to the 70s, so any age limit we will take. And there is a screening process, obviously, but we're looking for volunteers, basically.
We are South Coast Youth Courts. We have 2 youth courts, one in New Bedford and one in Fall River. And we are here today because our program runs on volunteers. We have a set of high school volunteers who serve as our attorneys in youth court. And we are also looking for adult volunteers to be our judges. And we come here every year for SAM because we are looking for ADAs to serve as our judges, or people who work for SAM because they oversee the proceedings. purpose of Youth Court is to take primarily first-time offenders, kids who have committed either misdemeanor crimes or status offenses, and to give them an opportunity to make up for what they've done without having a juvenile court record. Their peers are actually the ones that sit on the jury, and they are able to take responsibility for what they've done. They have to do community service, which we supervise, and they also get therapeutic services as well as case management services for 4 months.
Well, we're here to promote Lionism, so people understand what we do as a charity, what our fundraising goes to, that we are open to anybody in the community that has some time to volunteer. We're looking for anybody at all in the area that would have a few hours a year to contribute, to volunteer, to raise some money for eye research or local charities.
I'm a coordinator for the Southeastern Massachusetts Time Exchange, and the Southeastern Massachusetts Time Exchange is a way for people to exchange services within their community. So for example, I might mow your lawn for an hour and I get a credit for that hour. And then with that credit, I can get someone else in the time exchange to do a service for me. So for example, if I mow your lawn, but I want guitar lessons, but you don't play guitar, I can get someone else who does play guitar to do that service for me. So it's really just a way for people to connect in their community and to get things done.
So it's a form of bartering in a sense.
It's bartering, but it's based on time only. So the amount of time you spend helping people is the amount of time you can get from other people to help you. So we have all kinds of services. We have people giving transportation, rides to the doctor, we have pet care, yard work, cleaning services, painting, pretty much anything you can imagine, you can find it in the time exchange.
I work for the YWCA, but I work at the After School Childcare Program. It's called the YW Kids After School Program. We are here to hopefully recruit some volunteers for our programs that we offer. We have a child care, so we can also use volunteers for our child care, just to help out with the children, especially like during after school hours where we need extra help for the children to do homework or extra curriculums. We also do youth service programs where they service children after school in other junior high schools, and then they also have a summer program that runs all summer long. And we also have women's programs, widows persons. We also have a medical transportation program, so we do have a lot of services that volunteers can help out.
You're close to a lot.
Oh yes, we're busy.
We're with the Coalition for Social Justice, and we're here today because we are a grassroots organization that's volunteer-based. And this is a great opportunity to expand our outreach and inform people of the work that we do for the community. We're looking for volunteers who are dedicated to making sure that the middle class, the working class, and low-income families have representation up at the State House on issues that matter to them. Typically, volunteers would engage in outreach through phone banking or knocking on doors and attending large events and rallies to expose issues that matter, such as minimum wage and earned sick time.
I'm with the Boy Scouts of America, and I'm the Community Commissioner for Dartmouth, Cushnet, Westport, and East Freetown. We're here to try and recruit youth into the program, as well as adult volunteers. Ones that are prepared to put a considerable amount of time into reaching out to other youth, and also to make sure that the programs on the individual units are running correctly, and to work any problems or issues that those particular units may have. We're probably on a low side at the moment because there are so many other activities youth are involved in through school that we do suffer a lack of youth. We have a great deal of need for parental participation, as well as people who are former scouts, former leaders. We'd like to get back into the program.
We're Family Services, and we are in Fall River. And the reason I'm here today is I'm representing the agency. We have over 16 different programs, and my program that I'm representing is the mentoring program, Big Friends, Little Friends, because we do need mentors. If they have an interest, we give them the brochure, tell them about the program, if they're eligible. If they're not eligible, then we try to think of somewhere else they could go. Just the wish to hang around with a child, to be a positive role model. You can be 17 all the way up. We only ask for a year commitment, twice a month, 3 hours. That's it, twice a month.
We're Gifts to Give, and we collect new and gently used children's things, clothing, toys, and books. And then children and adults come to our mill and repurpose those items. They clean toys and sort clothes, and we pack them up for kids in need. And we helped about 9,000 kids last year. We get about 20,000 people coming through our doors volunteering. And that could be 1 hour, once in a while. It could be someone come every week and work for 3 or 4 hours. We also have school children coming with their schools to fulfill community service obligations. Up and down the South Coast, people drop off donations. We also have clothing drives where maybe at a school or at a church, people will organize an event to come together and bring donations and then drop them off at the mill. So we have people all over the South Coast collecting things for us.
This is Sharing the Harvest, which is affiliated with the YMCA in Dartmouth. And we're here to drum up more volunteers to help us with our farm. Sharing the Harvest has 4 acres of land that we cultivate vegetables that are picked up by the Hunger Commission and distributed in the shepherd's pantries and the soup kitchens in our Dartmouth, Westport, Wareham areas to help promote healthy eating. Last year we produced 43,000 pounds of vegetables. Potatoes, broccoli, squash, zucchini, scallions, leeks, lettuce, kale, all vegetables. And we also are starting our blueberries and raspberries, and we've got pear trees and apple trees. They haven't been producing yet, but they will be in a few years from now. We have a lot of schools that come and help us. We have students from Bristol Community College, UMass Dartmouth, different organizations, church organizations that come and help us. As far as the amount of volunteer hours, I'm not exactly sure, but like on a Saturday, we can have roughly between 4 and 20 people. 20 would be better. The more volunteers we have, the more we can produce, and we don't lose any of the vegetables that we are producing because of lack of volunteers to help us with the weeding.
We've achieved 15,500 hours. Imagine that, 15,500 hours in mentoring, tutoring, coaching, environmental cleanups, helping with stray animals. So it has an immediate impact for the person or the people that we're volunteering with. I think it has a countywide impact with respect to the way that our office is viewed. And this helps with the public's perception of our office. And the public's perception of our office helps us solve cases. The reason why we're solving homicides at a higher rate than ever, solving non-fatal shootings at a higher rate than ever. I think our homicide solve rate is #1 in the state, and I think our rate on solving non-fatal shootings is #1. And our conviction rates are very high, close to the top, if not at the top. It's because we're getting witness cooperation. And I think we're getting witness cooperation because civilian witnesses believe in us. They believe in our commitment to the community. This is a big part of it, the volunteerism. So it has an impact on the person that we're helping or the organization that we're helping, but it has an impact on the community at large because of all of the goodwill that it engenders. That helps us win cases.